United States District Court for the Southern District of Indiana is now in session. The Honorable Craig McGee presides.
Thank you. Please be seated. I believe in masks, but I am socially distanced, and it's easier to speak without a mask. So, welcome to all of you. On behalf of the United States District Court, its judges, clerks, and staff, welcome to this celebration and ceremony on a special day in your lives. It is a privilege for all of us who work for the court to host and preside over this occasion and to welcome you as the newest citizens of the United States of America. I am mindful today that in 2018, a ceremony of this kind was conducted at the New York Historical Society in New York City. The late Supreme Court Associate Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg presided. It is rare for a Supreme Court justice to participate in these ceremonies, and so Justice Ginsburg's remarks were widely reported. She spoke from a personal perspective. Her father had emigrated from Russia. She expressed a deep appreciation and reverence for our citizenship processes. This is what she told the new citizens that day only 2 years ago. Today, you join more than 20 million current citizens who were born in other lands, who chose, as you have, to make the United States of America their home. We are a nation made strong by people like you, people who have traveled long distances, overcome great obstacles, and made tremendous sacrifices, all to provide a better life for themselves and their families. As the nation mourns the recent death of this towering figure in American history, we remember that Justice Ginsburg's journey was possible because America welcomed her father. Her parents were hardworking people. Her mother was a bookkeeper. As the Chief Justice reported in his brief eulogy of Justice Ginsburg, she would ask, "What's the difference between a bookkeeper and a Supreme Court Associate Justice?" And then she would answer, "One generation." You are gathered here today from many countries of origin: Belgium, Burma, Cameroon, China, Colombia, El Salvador, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Ghana, Haiti, Honduras, India, Iran, Iraq, Jordan, Laos, Mexico, Nigeria, Pakistan, Peru, Philippines, South Korea, Sudan, Venezuela, and Vietnam. I'm always amazed and touched by the breadth of the life you bring to this country, and I am honored to be in your company today. While I have presided over many of these ceremonies over the years, I have never before administered the oath personally, and I get to do that today. That takes on great meaning as we undertake these gatherings with vastly fewer participants and no capacity to welcome your family and friends to be seated with you and to personally observe this occasion. That makes me sad, but it means it's just us here together observing this solemn and meaningful occasion. While I am confident that others made this day possible and cheer you on and will celebrate with you later, for this quiet moment, all of us can reflect on the meaning of citizenship and the promises you make now to become American citizens. Would you please stand? Now, would you raise your right hands, please? I state your name. Hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity
all allegiance and fidelity
to any foreign prince,
to any foreign prince,
potentate,
potentate,
state, or sovereignty,
state or sovereignty,
of whom or which
of whom or which
I have heretofore
I have heretofore
been a subject or citizen,
been a subject or citizen,
that I will
that I will
support and defend
support and defend
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States of America,
of the United States of America,
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear
that I will bear
true faith and allegiance
true faith and allegiance
to the same,
to the same,
that I will bear arms
that I will bear arms
on behalf of the United States
on behalf of the United States
when required by law,
when required by law,
that I will perform
that I will perform
non-combatant service
non-combatant service
in the armed forces
in the armed forces
of the United States
of the United States
when required by the law,
when required by the law,
and that I take
and that I take
this obligation freely,
this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of evasion.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. You may applaud for yourself. Please be seated briefly. Ordinarily, we have many speakers, representatives from the branches of government, representatives from the legal profession who participate in these ceremonies and welcome you. But as you know, we're in a unique time. Although we now share in common the designation of citizen of the United States, you will always have a claim distinct from my own. I became a citizen by birth. You are a citizen by choice. While the rights and privileges of our citizenship are the same, you will always remember your decision to make this step, the effort you expended to become a citizen, and the sense of pride that must be yours to affiliate with this great and good nation. One of the reasons this ceremony was scheduled today, I am told, was to assure that you could register to vote in time for next week's deadline so that you can vote in the upcoming election. Voting is a cherished duty of good citizens, and I am impressed that you will shortly qualify to cast your ballots less than 5 weeks from today. Although this year has posed more obstacles and anxiety than any other in my life, I wanted to share a few words of encouragement before we take our leave. First, the response to a public health crisis has been a great challenge for all in positions of authority and for all responsible for the care of others. We should always remember those who serve in emergency services and medical care who have performed brilliantly, often at great personal risk. Now is not a moment to reflect on failures, although failures there have been. Rather, this is a moment to reflect on all of the acts of kindness and generosity produced by this shadow season of infectious disease. We have witnessed all manner of gracious acts to support and comfort others. We have seen communities respond to the sudden, unexpected needs of those left jobless or sickened because of the pandemic. We see in those who wear masks diligently, even covering their noses like they're supposed to, an act that reminds us of religious texts that we should do for others what we hope they would do for us. A mask is a tangible symbol of this selfless truth. I wear a mask to protect you. You wear a mask to protect me. This isn't what I expected for 2020. But I see in those simple, symbolic, and important acts the true heart of this nation you have adopted as new citizens. And even if things seem dark sometimes, and there have been dark days in the last 6 months, we are learning and problem solving and still trying to make the world better. I am a student of history, as I hope you are or will be. While it is easy for even Native Americans to grow discouraged in the rancor of an election year, the study of history tells us that we have overcome all manner of ugliness and problems associated with elections. Bitter campaigns are not unique and not new. We should never sanitize history. There are important, heroic stories to tell that are timeless, inspirational, and utterly true. Yet there are tragic, painful stories of betrayal, tragedy, and failure, and we learn from these too. In 2020, we have been reacquainted with the reality that not all aspirations for equality and justice have yet been realized or fulfilled. But I encourage you to study our history, both the uplifting and the disheartening, because the lesson you distill is that we are resilient, we are strong, we are resourceful, and yes, we overcome. The journey is far from complete, but we count on you as our new companions in fulfilling the highest purposes for this nation, not only for its own citizens, but for the world it has helped to lead for 2 centuries, or the countries you left behind to come here. Finally, do not faint or fail in your calling as a citizen. Indeed, vote. Serve when called for jury duty. Participate in community activities. Volunteer for an organization or a worthwhile cause. Share your talents and gifts as generous citizens. I know this potential is within you. Your journey to this place has likely been long and difficult. And yet when I think of the darkness of this year in sadder moments, I can think about the light of your eyes breaking through the darkness right now. Hopeful, proud, inspired, and ready to be the best citizens you can possibly be. No pandemic, no contentious election season, no controversy or challenge will take from us the authority or the opportunity all of us together now can claim. I am an American citizen. Go in peace and harmony to serve us all with that proud title. Congratulations, my friends. Thank you.